Hey everyone, welcome back to Brain Muffin at the Movies. And here we have, well, it's Brie Larson making news again from bounding into comics and actually all over the internet. This is the best actual article I could find. A lot of people just had the clip of the video, which makes trying to do this kind of video very difficult. So this, at least Bounding into Comics, went through. Now, it's the MTV People's Choice Awards, I think, something like that, movie awards, something I've never watched. When I was into MTV as a kid, 35 years ago, we didn't have all this award show garbage. They just played videos. So back in April, we had the interview with Brie Larson and Chris Hemsworth and Don Cheadle that caused all kinds of problems, caused one of my videos to explode to over 500,000 views. Even though it was a month old and was dealing with rumors and things. And Chris Hemsworth makes a comment about, Brie is going on how she's doing her own stunts. And he said, "You want to be the next Tom Cruise?" And she says, "I want to be the next me. Thank you very much." Which is, I don't really have a problem with what she said, just how she said it, the "thank you very much," something like that. I may be wrong, but it was a bit pretentious. And, she's got okay lats and stuff, so I mean she probably could do some stunts, but even Tom Cruise has his limits, even though he's been doing a lot of them for years. And then she gets this award, best fight scene. So there's a lot of people upset that Endgame didn't get it. You know what, there's so much that's CGI and so much that's not even the actors doing stuff that it's hard for me to get any kind of bent out of shape about any scenes like this, unless it's like, Jackie Chan. There, you're not getting any CGI. Yes, you're getting special effects and you're getting all kinds of safety equipment that you can't see and wire effects and stuff like that, but he's really in there. So, and now the way they replace, electronically replace actors and everything, I just don't know. But anyway, here she is, praises her stunt doubles at the MTV Movie Awards after claiming she did most of her own stunts for Captain Marvel. And these lovely young ladies actually smile more than Brie. Interesting enough, they're all bottle blondes, but her more than the other two. But that's their choice. That's fine. I mean, whatever. I don't understand why women feel they have to be blonde. The blondes have more fun. That's not been true in my book. So, I mean, the girlfriends of my past, I granted, I've been married for over 25 years, so it's been a long time, but the girlfriends that I had in the past that are all blondes, and they were naturally blonde of some variety, all ended badly. All the brunettes that I dated, and I still hear from time to time. And the redheads that I dated, I just lost touch with. And redhead's my favorite. Captain Marvel actress Brie Larson praised her stunt doubles at the MTV Movie Awards after previously claiming she did most of her own stunts in Endgame. I bet you she did more for Marvel than Endgame. But again, they're landing on stuff that isn't moving. They're in a CGI well. And the void, I think, or the volume. Is it called the volume? I think it's called the volume. So even if they jump down on something, there's going to be wires that are going to slow their descent. But there's still an element of danger, right? Something could still go wrong. You can still get injured, although they try to minimize that as much as possible. Larson and her stunt doubles, Renee Moneymaker, okay, and Joanna Bennett. That name sounds familiar to me. I don't know why. Took to the MTV Movie Awards stage after Larson won the awards. Said, "This is cool. First and foremost, thank you for MTV and thank you for the fans. Thank you so much for voting again." I think Disney had a hand in this. They seem to be protecting Brie Larson so much, and I don't know if it's her or the Captain Marvel character. I really don't know which is which, because they tanked their own movie with Dark Phoenix. I know it was under Fox and all that, but the meddling that Disney did guaranteed it was going to bomb, and it was all on purpose. And I've talked about that in other videos. So I could not have made it without them. They're really the baseline for who she is. They are the living embodiment of Captain Marvel. These are women who trained me, and also the stunt doubles for Captain Marvel. Yeah, so that's cool. So I'm guessing she's done some, and Evangeline Lilly has said something very similar about the Wasp. She actually has to wear a corset because she's so straight up and down. She's like a young boy. She doesn't really have curves in the hip area. Now she does, if you watch Lost, she does have some curves on the back end, but she talks the exact same way, or very similar, I should say, with her two stunt doubles, how the three of them bring this character to life. Now, what I find interesting is how often in these Marvel movies there are 2 stunt doubles for the women and there's only 1 for the men. I do not know why. I don't know if, maybe one of these women is stronger and the other one's more, not athletic, but, maybe does more of dance and more of grace. And so if you look at some of the things that Black Widow does when she spins people around and stuff, that takes a certain technique. There's some martial arts training and some gymnastics in there. So if someone has more flexibility than the other, I don't know. I don't know why, because I've seen several videos on, even with Elizabeth Olsen and with, as I said, Evangeline Lilly and Scarlett Johansson, they all had 2 stunt doubles. And one was always older. It was like, and maybe that's part of it. Maybe certain stunts, the older stunt double did, but then if it's a little bit more dangerous, it needs a little bit more athletic moves. It's the other person. I don't know. I don't know if it's they tire faster. They have less endurance, less strength. Than a man stunt double. I really don't know. And so it would be interesting to see why that it seems to be the case. It might be that it's just easier to find 2 stunt doubles for the women. And many times the way that Marvel has done these, and now even Disney, the female characters are very clothed. But I would expect Ant-Man then to have 2 stunt doubles because the face is covered, or Iron Man. So I don't know. I don't know if the actors do more than the actresses do. I really don't. And I've gone on and on enough about this for long enough. So if anybody knows out there, that would be awesome to put in the comments because I find it interesting. Larson previously claimed that she did most of her own stunts. Now, see, she said most of her own stunts. She didn't say she did all of them. I just assumed everybody did their own stunts, but it turns out they don't. I was happy ignorance, I guess. Again, this is a very measured statement. To me, the body language between her and Don Cheadle was far more indicative of discontent than her comments to Chris Hemsworth. I think people are making a lot more about this than they need to. Same interview, producer Jonathan Schwartz attempted to add to the allure of Carson Stain. On the other hand, Marvel movie stunt doubles would be doing like 90% of what she's doing. She sort of had to say, you need to get some rest. Stop pushing yourself so hard. Schwartz then noted, but when you see the movie, the amount of practical stunts that she's doing by herself will boggle your mind and make you, I can't believe they let her do that. Again, wires, all that other stuff, I'm not so sure. And the fact Larson did get a heated debate over during stunts with Hemsworth. Larson states, see, this is the thing. I did my stunts because I thought that's what everyone did. There's kind of Tom Cruise over there. No, I'll be the first, the first me, not the next Tom Cruise. Thank you very much. Interestingly enough, though, Joanna Bennett actually did an interview with Stylist where she described just what she did on Captain Marvel. On Captain Marvel, we began rehearsing 3 months before production even started because the movie is extremely stunt heavy. I shared the part with another double, Renee Moneymaker. And that name's familiar too. Could have sworn she does looks too young to be doubling for Xena. We went through the action scenes with Brie to work out what she could and couldn't do. Larson is no stranger to backtracking her public statements. In a lead up to Captain Marvel, Larson had to clarify her comments regarding reducing the amount of white men who would cover her on the press tour. Yeah, I've already read that. And, and that was, many times they're talking about A Wrinkle in Time, and it wasn't made for middle-aged white men, okay? It really wasn't. But that's a majority of people who go see the blockbuster style movies. So if you have a movie that's really targeted to a smaller audience, your budget should reflect that. And if you happen to catch a greater audience, then that's more the better. You keep your budget within reason, what you think your market can bear. And if people are like, oh, this is actually a pretty good movie, and it explodes, then hey, so much the better. So there you go. To me, this statement here by the stunt woman is more indicative of what I expect. They're going to be blocking a lot of scenes out long before. She's probably in physical training, trying to get an actor to look somewhat like the part. In the meantime, all the stunt coordinators, the stunt directors, all of them are going through every scene. Everything is blocked out. Everything is well planned. And that's exactly what I would expect. So I again, I don't know how much of this interview is Brie just talking on her butt and how much of it's misunderstood, but I'm not surprised that she has stunt doubles. And I know there's a lot of people making hay with this, and that's great. Make your videos. But hey, it doesn't surprise me at all. And, you know, no one else is Jackie Chan. I don't think. I mean, Tom Cruise isn't even Jackie Chan, and he's been doing that for how many decades, and he's broken about every bone a couple times. And there's very, very, very few people who do. Jason Momoa doesn't do all of his own stunts. Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't do all his own stunts. So there you go. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks so much for clicking like, and we will see you. Goodbye. All right. Good. 3, 2, 1.